Welcome to another episode of Mexican in the Kitchen. Today's recipe is going to be really simple. First we need to cook some chicken, and for this I have some water boiling already. It's on a 3 or 4 out of 6, some medium fire. I just added some salt and we're going to throw our chicken in there. For this recipe I'm using about 400 grams of chicken breast. You can use whatever part of the chicken you want. I think this is the easiest. Once our chicken is there, we are going to let it boil for about 40 minutes. 40 minutes have gone by, so we're just going to take our chicken out. We're going to put it away, let it cool down for maybe 5-10 minutes. We're going to reserve this water, which is now chicken broth, because we'll use it later. If you've seen other videos, I've done this procedure before. We're just going to put the chicken in a chopping board, take 2 forks, and we're just gonna shred the chicken. It should be quite soft already, so it's very simple. Just do it for as long as you want. If you want really tiny strings, just make sure you do that. If you leave bigger pieces, it's also not a big deal. In my case, this is the final result. I'm going to take this chicken and put it away because we'll use it later. I chopped 3 tomatoes, 1 onion, a couple cloves of garlic, and I'm going to use some chorizo. You might find soft or a bit harder chorizo, maybe try the fresher the best because it's closer to the Mexican one, and I'm going to cut it into this kind of piece. Now we are ready, and I'm going to use some canola oil on my pan. This pan is on a 3 or 4 out of 6, so again medium fire. And we're going to start by adding our chorizo. We want the chorizo to cook for a while before we put all the other ingredients in, and you will see why. When we put some chorizo in there, chorizo will start letting out all its flavor, all of its color, and this is what will give a lot of its flavor to the dish. After a few minutes we can see that the oil already has this rich red color, and we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. Once we have added all the ingredients into our dish, we're going to mix everything. We want to mix this oil from the chorizo into everything. You will see that tomato is letting some water out. Everything will start cooking. It will become kind of like a stew, and this is a great point for you to season this. I'm just using some salt and some pepper. Some people add oregano too. I think it changes the flavor a lot, and I like this dish without it, but if you love oregano, it won't harm. At this point we just want to let this cook, and I'm going to let it cook for 5-10 more minutes. This has been cooking for a while, and you can already see the change of color. It's getting this really nice red color, and at this point I'm going to grab a cup of that chicken broth we have. It's basically the water we cooked the chicken in, and we're going to throw it in there. At this point I'm adding some chipotle sauce. I buy this chipotle sauce from Pirca because it's really good. It's really close to the Mexican version. I add about 5 teaspoons. If you like it more spicy, you can use a bit more. You can use a bit less if you don't eat spicy food at all. You can use powdered chipotle or any kind of chipotle also. I'm going to add now 2 bay leaves, and basically most of our ingredients are in. We're just going to mix this. We're going to let it boil for about 5-10 minutes, and our sauce is going to be ready. Our sauce has reduced quite a bit, and now I'm adding the shredded chicken we made before. This chicken is already cooked, so it doesn't need to be there for very long. We're just going to give it a few minutes so it absorbs all of the flavor. At this point all you have to do is basically mix everything nicely. and once it has reduced enough and it has the consistency you like, you can go ahead and serve. This is the end result, and while it might not look like the most colorful dish, it's a dish that in Mexico is used for so many things. I would say this kind of preparation is the base of many other dishes, and you can serve it on a taco shell, on a corn tortilla, wheat tortilla, on a tostada. You can have it with rice, beans. It's such a versatile dish. You can have it with so many things. It's perfect. That's basically how I make tinga. It's a very simple dish. It's a dish, for some reason, most people who try it here in Finland have loved it and they go crazy about it, which is very weird because it's a very simple dish. It's basically tomato, onion, garlic, some extra nice flavors. Chicken, you don't have to do much, and it's amazing. Everyone likes it. I used some ingredients here and it's mostly chicken, but if you will have a lot of guests or you want to make huge portions, you can still use a bit of chicken, put a bit more chorizo, put a lot more tomato and onions, and it's something that still will feel like a main dish even if it doesn't have so much meat. You can change the chicken for something else if you feel like it. It's quite simple, quite cheap, quite good. You can serve this with some rice, white rice. If you serve it with some guacamole, it's gonna be amazing. So try it at home. Press like, subscribe, all of those things. Write any comments, questions below, and see you in the next one.